我觉得感情这种东西本来就是盲目的，我们就只看得到我们想看到的一面，其实就是一种自欺欺人罢了。所以我就尝试，要不换一种方式，比如为了感情改变自己，就像我为了端木浩，我改变我对他的成见，端木浩为了我收敛他的臭脾气，对吧？然后话又说回来，我觉得这件事儿错不在魏一晨，也不在你，而且魏一晨他也在为你慢慢做出改变啊，我相信你能感觉得到嘛，对不对
I have to say, I don't think that's quite right. Love is not blind. Love itself is not blind. That's like saying faith is blind. That's the wrong definition of love. I think more accurately would be to say that our desires can make us blind. The more we want something, the more, if we think that it's right in front of us, we can become blind and not see what's actually in front of us, instead seeing what we want out of it. Like she was saying with the Wei Chen, his supernatural ability, he can read people's minds if he's touching their face. So this girl that said that she first started liking him, their introduction basically, like he had been keeping the secret of his supernatural power for many, many years, like since he was a child. So when he first met her, it's not like he was going to walk up and explain everything, and he's desperately trying to find something at the moment, and he thinks that she took it. So he is trying to touch her face every 2 seconds, and he finally touches it, and like he has his hand on it like that. So of course a boy comes up and puts his hand like that on your face, and then to add to that, he's doing other things where like he says that he's going to come and stay with her for a few days. His intent is because he knows that someone else who also has a supernatural power that used to be his, or who possibly took the thing that he's looking for, etc., is after her, or is at least watching her. So this person's close to her, so his intent is to catch that guy. But because of his awkward social skills and the fact that he still hasn't explained anything to her for various reasons, including his social skills, that makes her, again, feel even more like he actually is making advances on her because he likes her. This is a boy. What would you think as a girl if a boy is coming at you like this? And on top of that, she's very obviously desiring a guy that's like that. A guy that is warm-hearted, a guy that is protecting her, a guy that is romantically coming up and putting his hand on her face and all of this stuff. It wasn't love. Not yet. You can have strong desire. I mean, you can have strong attraction at first sight. You can have lust at first sight. You can have, like, your dream right in front of you at first sight. Love doesn't come until you actually know someone. Love is not just a feeling. Love is an action. Love is way deeper, way bigger, way harder than just, ooh, he's the man of my dreams, or what I've always dreamed of having. That in itself that's not love, and love is not blind. I think she had a good description of stuff, except that I have to object to her saying that love is blind. Love is not blind. I think it's our desires, our filters on life. When we want something, we have a bad habit of, as soon as something looks similar to it, we think that must be it, and then we become blind, and all we can see is what we want out of it. And like, she does not know, and not back then, when this girl that was talking first met Wei Yu-chen, she did not know anything about him except what she could see. He hadn't told her about himself. He hadn't acted things out. They had been through nothing together. She did not know him, therefore she could not have loved him at that point. Love is a big, complicated thing. Like I said at one point, love is something that I would love to dig deeper into and do a fuller description and avenues on, like at least as long as my forgiveness video, and probably even more, because there's so many different types of love, and people have been mushing it all together and insanely misunderstanding it for so many years now, and it is one of the biggest reasons that our world is an absolute mess right now, is because people have entirely misunderstood and entirely messed up and mixed up what love is. And so here's a reaction, an example of one opinion of love, her opinion that love is blind, and there's a brief explanation for why that's wrong. Love is not blind. Love is an action. It's seeing everything you don't like in someone. But I mean, like, it's like that picture, that adorable picture I've seen where this old man and this old lady are sitting on a bench, and he's on one end and she's on the other, and they're both, but it's pouring rain, and while they're not looking at each other, the man is holding an umbrella above the old lady so she doesn't get wet. Well, he's getting soaking wet. He's holding the umbrella above her. Even when you're mad at someone, it's an action. It's a desire to correct what has gone wrong between you. It's an unwillingness to end the relationship just because something made you annoyed that day. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of respect. It takes a lot of trust. There's a whole mesh of things that are involved in love, but blindness is not one of them. If it is, it's only in the sense where you kind of, you see the things that annoy you about someone and you become blind to them, you overlook them because you're not willing for them to break up the relationship. That's the only type of blindness that you could possibly say. Sorry, my hand keeps shaking every time I let go of my phone with both hands. That's the only kind of blindness you could possibly say is involved in love. So that's a brief opinion, reaction just to what she said right there in this show. Bye. Thanks for watching.